Peace. Namaste, fam. As you can see, as you can sense, as you can hear, I am feeling like 10 suns. I'm feeling warm, I'm feeling bright, I'm feeling vibrant, I'm feeling alive, I look good, I feel good, and I want to come and share this beautiful, beautiful divine energy with you all. So just take a deep breath. If your heart is open to receiving, then you shall. Today, I would like to just share some wisdom that I've gained while on my self-study with reflexology and Chinese medicine in general. Did you know that there's a natural flow of being? Did you know that it was quite evident in all around us 24/7? 365 days. Nature, guys. Nature. As we all have come across at some point on the journey, that our bodies are the earth because of what we are made up of. What creates us, the minerals, for example. But not only that, the elements, the energy is embodied, is our form. Nature is I. Nature. And so, when we're not feeling balance, when we're not feeling inner harmony, when we're not feeling whole and content and fulfilled with our being, this is more than likely because there is an imbalance somewhere within ourselves. And there are many perspectives to dive deeper into understanding and gaining more awareness. And here's one cool way to go about that. And we're going to talk about these elements, which are fire, earth, water, metal, and wood. All 5 of these elements are interconnected, just like me, you, and the rest of the world in the universe. So a slight adjustment, a little tuning up, can do a lot in the long run to aiding every working element within our bodies, within self. And for each element, there is an organ correlated to it. And each organ is correlated to the yin and the yang, which is our feminine and our masculine divine energy. And to be balanced, we need the both of them. To be whole, we need to sense the both of these energies. And so, we're going to go and talk about the fire element, which correlates with the heart, the pericardium, the small intestines, and the triple burner. The triple burner, don't mind me. In earth, we have the spleen, the stomach, and the pancreas. For metal, we have the lungs, the liver, the large intestine. The water, we have the kidneys and the bladder. And last but not least, we have wood, which correlates with the liver and the gallbladder. Now, with this information that we have a different perspective at a micro level of our being. If you want to get more intimate with this information, we can connect these 5 elements with our 5 senses And our taste sensory. Now I say taste sensory because we're talking all about the tongue, the mouth, the experience here. And the five senses have to do with beyond the mouth. You got the eyes, the hearing with the ears, and the hands, and the touch. So fire deals with bitter, which is found the back of the tongue, and earth is sweet, which is found at the tip of the tongue. Metal is savory, which is a fulfillment sensation of, oh, this is delicious. Oh, let me savor it. And it's the middle of your tongue. Water is salty, which deals with the back sides of the tongue. And then wood is sour. And I'm pretty sure if you don't know it, the sides and the front of the tongue. Okay. Information. It's beautiful. We can use these taste sensories to aid our healing internally, going back to the organs. For example, if you are experiencing let's say stomach digestion issues around that area, this is the earth element needing to be balanced, and we can go about reinforcing the earth with the fire, because fire becomes earth, and then earth becomes metal. And so you can also use metal to tweak the earth if you want to go about it using reflexology and working these specific reflexes in your foot, in your hands. You can try working the small intestines and the stomach and the lungs. There's just 3 organs associated with the fire, the earth, and the metal. But if you want to go on a more intimate aspect of, let's say, eating, because eating is fun and it can be healthy as well. So when we are craving sweets, this is our body speaking of needing earthly sweet foods, which are pumpkins, sweet potatoes, cabbage, and that's just three off the top of my head. And to balance this earth energy, try consuming these sweet earthly foods to aid the spleen, because it's very important if you are having digestive issues, because the spleen and the pancreas and the stomach, all of that works on your body actually feeling nourished and consuming the nutrients. This is probably going to be a long video, but it's worth it. If you're still here, thank you. But shout out to you. Give yourself a pat on the back for staying connected with Source and diving deeper into finding more divine ways of loving yourself wholly. Moving forward, we have 5 seasons. If you don't know, now you're going to find out. According to Chinese medicine, the 5th season is actually a late summer, which makes sense because between August and October, there's like really warm weathers, but it's fall, but it's not. So we call that the late summer. And the late summer is all about Gaia energy. It's all about earth energy. It's all about harvesting and reaping rewards. And that is just one of the 5 seasons. Now, each element and each taste sensory connects to a season. So we have fire, bitter, summer. Do we have earth, sweet, late summer. We have metal, savory, and then autumn. Then we have water, salty, and winter. And last but not least, we have wood, sour, and spring. Now, if you want to experiment, go ahead and try to do a year of only eating foods that are in season and see how your body shifts to a more balanced or imbalanced state. I'm actually thinking about pursuing that in the upcoming 2023. Now, with all this information, you're probably like, oh, I have no idea where to start. Just observe yourself. Feel what needs to be felt. I started with a face diagnosis map. I started with like looking at the parts of my face that were producing more stuff, pushing more stuff out. And that gave me an indication of what organs needed my attention. From there, I went to the soul, which is literally your foot. And your foot is a microorganism of your entire being. So why not work with your entire being without doing all of that? You know, it's convenient. It is. I would say it's convenient because you can massage your foot and tweak and tune up yourself, or go and get some body work done, honestly. Okay, so they go further into this in the Chinese medicine. They talk about 5 colors as well. So we're gonna connect these 5 colors with the organ sensory, which I mentioned right before we got into the seasons. I called them the 5 senses, but they have it labeled as organ sensory because the body parts. So we have the tongue, which is fire element. We have the mouth, which is earth element. Then we have the nose, which is metal. Yes. And then we have your ears, which is water. And then we have the eyes, which is wood. If you want to connect intuitively with these elements of your being on an energetic level and not do too much physically, you can actually correlate these colors or act in a way that activates the organ sensory. So for example, your mouth, you can sing, could laugh. Okay, so fire, not shockingly, has red. Wear red if you're needing a little boost in that fiery sensation, and that makes me feel very passionate about my creative energy. Alright, and so for the earth, it's yellow. That was very shocking for me because I'm like thinking about like green, blah blah blah, but it's yellow. So wear some yellow if you want to amplify that connection to the earth element within. For metal, we have white, and for water, we have blue, and wood, we have green. These colors seem a bit random, but everything has an order based on its foundation. Well, I'll leave you to it. I leave you to this journey of loving yourself deeper. I think and I feel from a wholesome space that you will use this information for your highest good, or you may just copy and send it off to someone else you think will actually utilize it to the optimum state of being. I hope and I know honestly that you found at least one thing shocking, at least one thing uplifting, empowering, and at least one thing that you needed to hear that resonated